Welcome back to the show, everyone. My name is Evan, along with Michael J. Babcock.
What's up?
Renee Montgomery.
Hello.
Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez are taking a second shot at trying to buy the New York Mets. Now, we reported a couple of months ago that they had made a run at the team. They were trying to buy it for around $1.5 billion, around $1 billion under the asking price. The Wilpon family was hoping to get about $2.5 billion. It didn't exactly work out for Alex Rodriguez and J-Lo the first time around, but now they're back. They have a bigger investment group that's comprised of a bunch of NFL and NBA players. And this time, they have a better offer, and they seem to have a realistic chance of actually buying the team. They put together a group consisting of Travis Kelce, we mentioned in the previous block, NFL Hall of Famer Brian Urlacher, Joe Thomas, the famous Cleveland Browns lineman, DeMarco Murray, the running back, and NBA players Bradley Beal and Mason Plumlee. And they've already submitted a bid that's way higher than their original bid. They bid 1.5 before. This first bid in this new round, $1.7 billion. Now, the issue that they could have is there is another bidder, a hedge fund billionaire named Steve Cohen, who has already made a $2 billion bid, according to the New York Post. But the word on the street is that the Wilpon family would rather sell to Alex Rodriguez and J-Lo's group if they can come up and just get closer to the number they're looking for. They don't necessarily have to outbid Cohen, but they've got to get close. And if they do, word is that the Mets organization will become theirs. How cool would that be to have Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez running the New York Mets?
That would be absolutely awesome. There is so much star power in this group that A-Rod and J-Lo have put together. The thing that I can't help but think about is that these guys are all rich, you know, as far as we go. They've made millions and millions of dollars, but we're talking about billions here. And that hedge fund guy that you're talking about, Evan, Steve Cohen, is worth over $13 billion, according to Forbes. So if he wants to, and even if the Wilpons say they aren't really concerned about them necessarily having the highest bid, he could blow anybody out of the water because he is so filthy rich.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing, though. It's like, if this is J-Lo and A-Rod, and I want to say, I remember a lot of chatter when people almost laughed at J-Lo and A-Rod for their first offer. You know, people were laughing when they were coming back. So now we got to give them their just due. They came back to the table with more money. I know Babcock, I get what Babcock is saying. Like, this guy, if it turns into a bidding war, that's not gonna be good for J-Lo and them. But I do think the Mets, they got to figure out a way, because J-Lo and A-Rod really, really want it. And I think that has to be some type of value. But if we're talking cents on the dollar, no one can compete with Steve Cohen.
And you want to hear something else that kind of complicates all this? Stevie Cohen already owns a portion of the Mets. So he has some say, at least, in who actually gets this team. So I think that actually complicates things because he is already a minority owner. He just wants to own the whole thing now.
Yeah, by the way, if J-Lo and A-Rod are looking for other celebrities to join their investment group, the obvious choice would be Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld has a lot of money, made tons and tons, hundreds of millions of dollars off Seinfeld, and is also widely regarded as one of the biggest New York Mets fans there is. So recently, we actually spoke to Jerry Seinfeld and floated the idea by him. We said, look, man, would you be interested in being an owner of the New York Mets? And man, he shot it down hard and gave us his explanation. Take a look.
I know you're a huge Mets fan.
I am.
Do you think A-Rod would make a good owner? You know, they're saying that he's interested.
I don't know. No, I don't. I don't know what a good owner does.
Would you ever be interested in owning the Mets?
No.
No?
The highest level of sports appreciation, particularly baseball, is a hot dog, a beer, and a seat. There's nothing higher. That's the pinnacle.
That's the pinnacle. So you're just sitting there as a fan.
No, I'm saying that as a person.
Oh, okay.
So totally people think that owning the team is more fun. It's actually less fun.
Yeah, he's basically saying you don't have time to sit and appreciate the game when you're the owner of a team because you have to worry about operating it, and you lose the joy of eating a hot dog and drinking a beer and watching a ball game.
Yeah, and that's coming from someone that has a high level of success too. So, you know, he's like, look, I've worked hard enough my whole life. All I want to do is enjoy things. I'm not going to get myself into things that are not going to be enjoyable as far as politics and baseball. So I just want my hot dog. I want my beer. And I'm good. I get that.
I respect it.
It's actually less fun.